One of those 8 people behind me really is Canada's worst driver.
From Sudbury, Angelina was nominated as Canada's worst driver because she controls a car as well as she controls her emotions.
Oh my God! Ah! Oh, God!
Don't have
I am panicking.
We're going to help you out, but first you're going to have to get yourself to our driver rehabilitation center. And the directions on how to do that are right here.
Angelina is the next worst driver candidate.
What are you in rehab for, to learn?
To control my temper and to try and be more cautious, probably, and drive slower, and be more observant, and learn how to back up and drive at night, and I don't know, whatever else I can get out of it, I suppose.
Angelina has already watched 6 drivers leave to the right.
Turn right.
But she turns left.
She go the wrong way?
Yeah, she went the wrong way.
At home in Sudbury,
Oh my God!
Angelina's made a lot of wrong turns.
I hit an old lady. I hit the rental car on the pillars in the YMCA. Smashed the car in Walmart.
Angelina's friend, Christine, desperately wants her to change.
Oh, I'm going.
Change lanes. Change lanes. Ow! You better go now.
Oh my God! Ah! Oh, God!
In all the seasons of Canada's Worst Driver,
Oh, I get so angry with these drivers.
we've never had anyone who's this self-absorbed.
Well, what about me?
On the road to rehab,
Ah! Ah, my God! We're turning around.
Angelina is driving as if there are no rules.
Is it 50 here? Because I'm doing 100.
Are you doing 100?
I wasn't even looking. Oh.
It's 50.
Whoa. Ooh, that was close.
Holy
I was thinking, but whoa, wrong side.
Whoa.
The only driver still on the road to rehab has almost made it.
Is this it? Is this it? Look at me. I drilled on myself. Is this it? Is it? Hey! Ow, that hurt.
And there she goes. Just getting ready to reverse takes Angelina almost 1 minute.
Do you do a lot of reversing?
No, I didn't know that was going to be this tight.
Is Angelina kidding? She has meters of space on every single side of her.
That way, are you going to hit his car?
I'm going to hit it?
Hit what?
Angelina is about to lose her license.
I get it back, right?
Maybe you'll get it back.
So funny.
Graduates get theirs back.
Me.
Hmm?
Me.
You!
Me. I won't be Canada's worst driver. Because I'm the best. I'm going to be Canada's best driver.
Before we begin training Canada's worst drivers, we're going to need to evaluate their skills on one of our closed courses. Now, to make sure that they're able to get through this course perfectly, it's very important that we give them a car that handles with impeccable precision. So, obviously, the right car to give them is...
A Rolls Royce. Angelina's next.
I'm like panicking. Okay, I gotta...
Don't just...
Oh my God!
So there's a thing that bad drivers don't understand called front-end swing. It's when you turn the wheels to the right and you back up, it means the front will swing to the left. I'm getting steel-toe boots for this job next year.
Where's my makeup? Oh! Ah! This way?
No,
This?
yes,
Ah!
yes.
Ah!
Forward. Yeah, the other way. No! Holy...
How does he expect me to pull into this thing? Oh,
Once Angelina gets into the concrete box,
I'm gonna lose it, man.
she gouges the vehicle.
Oh, no, sorry. What should I do? Reverse?
But she does get out her makeup in preparation for the slalom. On her number 1 slalom attempt,
Oh, my God!
Angelina goes less than 20 an hour. And instead of steering around the pedestrians, she starts personally assaulting them.
Oh, my God! I think I'm broken nail.
I think Angelina needs encouragement to reach the speed.
Oh, my God! Oh, my God! That was the worst thing ever!
Angelina needs serious rehab.
Oh, panic attack, man.
Our waiting experts are about to meet Canada's worst drivers face to face. The question for Angelina is, how many Canadians die a year because of distracted driving?
Yeah, okay, see, I forgot what the question was.
Is that your phone?
Yeah.
But she'd rather go answer her phone.
Oh, where is it? Damn it. I'm kind
I'm Christine, and I'm nominating my friend Angelina for Canada's worst driver.
In her hometown of Sudbury,
What does that sign mean?
I don't know. It's a checkerboard or something?
unemployed Angelina
I'm going.
spends several hours a day in her car.
Oh, my God! Ah!
With that much driving, you wouldn't think she'd need this much help.
Watch the road!
Exhausted.
I'm trying to do something. It's teamwork, teamwork.
Our shoulder check challenge will make sense when you see me driving.
Here I go. It's a bit of a turn to get in. I'm at 60. Man, it feels fast in this lane. I'm only at 60.
Okay, pause right there. See these 2 signs? Drivers on this course have to be going 70 an hour when they pass these signs. Then they have to swivel their heads to look behind them in what's called a shoulder check. If they see the other side of the sign is red, that lane is closed. But if the sign is green, that lane is safe to merge into. Angelina's up next.
Hold on.
This time,
I got my pedal to the metal.
we've turned both lanes to red. If Angelina levels off at 70, she'll have plenty of room to brake before the boxes.
There's
Am I 70?
Yes, 70.
Let go. Go, red. Red!
Oh, she's still going.
Angelina fails to stop completely.
Tried to stop. I really did, didn't I?
Yes.
That was pretty scary.
And then you kept going a little bit after.
It kept going. I stopped and the car kept going. I don't know.
The next challenge for Canada's worst drivers is learning how to get going in a standard stick shift automobile, one with a clutch. Their mission is to parallel park it. Aha! But not here. Over here on our Super Sandy off-road course.
Angelina's up next.
Clutch, clutch, clutch.
What's clutch? Which one?
If Angelina was a character in a movie,
Oh my God. Oh, why is it moving like this?
you'd think she was way too far-fetched. But Angelina is as real as her Ontario driver's license.
Stop moving!
Angelina does park, but you don't want to witness that.
I stalled about 23 times. So it was pretty good for my first try.
The 8 is a little wider than a normal car lane, so reversing around it should be easy. Angelina's next. Angelina peels off the starting line and crashes into the first corner.
Okay, turn your wheel.
She has no clue where the car is.
The car is completely off the course.
All the way, right?
Straight, Angelina understands. But if you tell her to reverse to her left, she doesn't know which way is right.
I just couldn't understand if it was your left and right or my left and right.
But it's the same left and right.
Oh my God!
Unemployed Angelina drives a lot.
Oh my God! I need to drive because I hate the bus.
Every day, Angelina has to go to the gym, grab a coffee, pick up cosmetics, visit her niece, get a burger, hit the tanning booth, and then go shopping.
Why are you crying?
Because I'm freaking out.
At the start point, the two vehicles are head-to-head. But by the time Canada's worst drivers explore this full-figured challenge, their vehicles will end up rear to rear.
I think we have an issue.
Clearly.
To resolve it, Philippe and I get out and find the slightly wider passing zone. Up next is Mike and Angelina.
I'm going to drink the coffee.
Go!
Christine is trying to make Angelina drive with two hands.
You're not
don't.
taking the coffee. Why? Why are you here?
Throw it out.
Why? I'm not throwing it out. I can do it. You with one hand. It's not rocket science. If I throw it out, that wouldn't make me happy.
Driving with a smoke and a coffee is driving without due care and attention. And in police language, that's careless driving.
Just throw it out. Like, really.
I'm not gonna stay here.
Don't cry.
I'm not happy. I can't even think. Oh, I can't even.
Drive, like, way ahead.
Don't care. I can't even think. Why couldn't I just have the coffee? I would have been happier.
Whenever Angelina drives unhappy, she's unsafe.
I'm so upset. I'm just trying.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. Oh, for sakes. See, you could have my pop.
I'm surprised there hasn't been a string of serious crashes in Sudbury with her driving around.
I let Angelina go get a coffee so I can learn how she manages on real roads.
So does she crash into all kinds of stuff in Sudbury?
Yeah.
And then just drives away in hopes that nobody finds out?
Yeah.
Angelina isn't moving.
I hate this stupid game.
Do you think you should quit driving?
No.
Angelina is literally an emotional wreck.
I just finished the reverse figure eight with my butt, and it was stupid.
Do you know what these road signs mean?
I don't know. It's a maple leaf.
It's Trans-Canada #1 highway.
It looks like a taxi thing. What the an X. Is it a railroad ahead? It is, isn't it?
Angelina can't even recognize
I don't know.
the sign for an upcoming school bus stop.
What the is that? I don't know.
Angelina recognized the picnic table, but that's all.
It's gonna make me look like an idiot, man.
The next challenge for Canada's worst drivers is learning how to shift a car laterally using a technique we call the S-turn.
The goal of the challenge is to make the S-car go around this S of cars. Angelina spends the first 5 minutes going forwards and then backwards in the same spot.
Absolutely nothing is being achieved here.
After 15 minutes, she's getting bored.
Did you get the concept now, though?
No.
And after half an hour,
Something. It's just.
Angelina has better things to do.
Hello? Hey, how's it going?
She's having trouble doing this task, and she takes a phone call.
You just hit that car while you were on the phone.
Hitting cars is nothing to Angelina.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I did a 9.5 on the S thingy.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, I think she did about a 6.
You drunk?
To teach Canada's worst drivers exactly where their sides and corners are, their next challenge is to run through our annual Eye of the Needle course.
Angelina is up next.
Come on, Angelina. You can do this bad boy good.
Angelina thinks she's in third gear, but she's only in first.
Fourth?
Now she's in second gear, but she's almost melting the engine trying to get up to 70k an hour.
I gotta go fourth. Where you going? I need the other one. Fourth gear. Fourth gear.
Look where you're going.
Fourth. Did I do it? I missed the first two?
For the millionth time, Angelina is not an actor.
I just did the Eye of the Needle and I did so good. I only demolished 2 things.
To demonstrate why doing other things other than driving is dangerous while you're behind the wheel, the next demonstration for Canada's worst drivers is to do things like drink coffee while motoring. Do we get it? I think we got it.
Angelina from Sudbury is the next bad driver.
Wait, my phone's ringing.
Before Angelina begins her non-distracted test lap,
Hi, Mom, what are you doing?
she's distracted by a real call. At home in Sudbury, Christine nominated Angelina as Canada's worst driver because Angelina is constantly distracted.
Whoa, today's telling me I went in the other lane.
Oh, I wasn't watching.
Watch the road.
I'm exhausted.
I'm trying to do something. It's teamwork.
While driving, Angelina likes to talk on the phone
Hi.
and apply lip gloss and text and put on foundation and eat and spray her hair and drink and add more spray and cry and then reattach her lashes.
I'm a multitasker.
On the rehab center's distracted driving course,
Sorry. Man.
Angelina takes another real phone call.
Hello?
This one's from her boyfriend, Andy.
Oh, hi, Andy. I'm driving on a super course. Oh, can I have a drink of that? Ow. Oh, my God.
Does she know what distraction actually means?
I don't think so.
What are you doing? What are you up to?
This is probably the worst example I've ever seen of distracted driving. She's doing nothing right.
Oh, okay. Keep talking. I'm listening. Holy. Ah! Oh, what? Oh, my God. We're going to die.
We're stopping Angelina because she blew a tire.
You didn't even notice that your tire blew?
No. I've never blown a tire before. Am I supposed to know? Oh, lipstick.
You're driving along a highway at 100 kilometers an hour in the right lane, and up ahead on the shoulder you see an emergency vehicle with its lights flashing. Show me what you should do.
Oops, sorry, no.
The lanes merge into one. One car in this lane, one in that. Show me what should happen.
The driver with the full lane should maintain their speed, while the other vehicle should yield and fall behind.
That's what I do. That ain't driving behind no.
What should you do at a flashing yellow light?
A flashing yellow light?
Flashing yellow light.
Turn the around because I've never seen a flashing yellow light before.
What should Angelina do if she's behind a slow car in a lane with one yellow line?
Awesome.
The next question is how to take a left turn through a large intersection.
Which lane would you go into here?
Whichever one was clear.
Angelina gets 4 out of 10.
Whatever, I don't play a stupid game anyway.
Learning how to control a rear-end skid is the next challenge for Canada's worst drivers. Or to be a little bit more specific, we're actually going to teach them how to do donuts in a Corvette.
Angelina is next to learn how to make a drifting donut.
Oh my God!
But our expert Philippe might be going a little too fast for her.
Oh my God, I think I'm gonna throw up.
Think you could do this?
No, I don't know. That's so scary.
Facing fears
Oh, whoa. All right, here I go.
is part of rehabilitation.
Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. I can't do it. I can't do it.
The amazing thing is, Angelina's doing well.
Stay on the gas, 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 stay on the gas.
Wow.
Oh my God.
You did it.
High five to that, man.
You think you'll do well for your challenge now?
Right, man.
The challenge is one drifting donut around our donut.
How'd you do?
I did great, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's a donut. We
Yeah.
went 110 kilometers an hour in a circle. Any dumbass could do that.
Any dumb person could run into the donut.
Oh, no, hit the donut.
Trying to drift around the pastry,
Oh, yeah, let's rock and roll.
Angelina's forgotten her lesson.
Oh, no, not the donut. Not the box, not the box. I can't remember what he said. I can't remember what he meant. Wait, I can't remember how to... Oh, oops.
Driving the other direction
All the way down.
doesn't help.
This is a lesson that could save your life. If your car starts to slide, you gotta look where you want to go.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Okay, no, yeah, you're just steer.
Angelina blows 38 attempts and then a tire.
It's time for the water tank challenge.
Angelina has the same problem.
She's like very hard on the pedals, but she has this So when you drive her, you get nauseous.
How do I put it in drive? Oh, is it a drive? I'm terrified.
Don't. Just drive gentle and it won't happen.
I'd like to tell you that the point of this challenge is really soaking in for Angelina.
This is about your focusing issues.
I know.
But I'm starting to worry that Angelina's incapable of good focus. On the final reverse,
Is this reverse?
Push it to the floor.
Oh, that's not reverse. Sorry.
Angelina sinks completely.
Watch where you're going.
Hit the floor. I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. I can't see.
Angelina won't be graduating this episode.
Did I win?
I am not Canada's worst driver. Angelina probably is, though.
I can't even think about being Canada's worst driver because it's just unfathomable.
Do you deserve to graduate this episode?
I guess not. No.
No.
I'm just scared I drive really bad. Really bad. Doing more.
The next Canada's Worst Driver candidate is unemployed Angelina, nominated by her friend Christine.
I hit an old lady in a car.
When we met Angelina, she almost hit a young man on a motorcycle.
Oh, I almost turned into that. Oh, idiot. My God.
We're going to put them all on the same oval course at the same time. Aside from avoiding each other, their mission will be to pass me twice. Now that sounds easy until you realize that I will be driving our big stretch limousine. Angelina is panicking.
Okay, check my mirrors. Signal. Am I signaling? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, let's see. Check. Oh, wait. Mirrors.
Okay.
I don't know.
That was bad.
Angelina is checking over the wrong shoulder.
Don't look there. We're already in this lane.
Angelina doesn't seem to understand that the shoulder check is in the direction you want to go. She'll often look in the wrong direction.
If you're in that lane, you don't have to check that side. You're only checking the side that you're going into.
I don't think it's a bad thing to look over there. Looking is a good thing.
I know, but you're taking your eyes off of where you want to go.
So, it's only Mike Butt and Angelina left.
Go. Awesome.
Mike finishes just ahead of Angelina.
I'm going to pull off the course, and I'm going to see if Angelina realizes.
Mirror signal, shoulder pass.
She should be checking her mirrors to see where the other cars on this track are. If she's looking, she'll realize that I am gone.
Mirror signal, shoulder pass.
Mirror signal, shoulder pass. Mirror signal, shoulder pass. I can't even. Where's the limo?
She's looking for it.
Is this a joke? Where's the limo? What the? How does the limo disappear? I'm gonna be Canada's worst driver.
That's exactly what Mike Butt said.
Keep your comments to yourself, because I'm trying really hard.
33 kilometers away from the hotel where Canada's worst drivers are staying lies this desolate garage. We brought their own personal vehicles here. Now, the bad drivers are here too. Except they got here by bouncing around in the back of a blacked-out van for the last hour.
Welcome to the middle of nowhere, everyone. You're lost. You're gonna have to get yourself back to the hotel.
I can't drive at night.
Neither can her car.
The headlights don't work on the car. Want to see the headlights? Does anybody see the headlights don't work on this car? I can't drive. They don't work. They don't work. I'm not getting in the car. Didn't anybody check this?
Oh, we checked it. And we learned that Angelina's registration has expired. So we had to tow her car here. To teach Angelina that an unregistered car can't be driven, she has to get it out of here without driving it.
Are we just going to stand around like idiots or what?
"15 minutes later,
Oh my God, Andy.
Angelina's talking to her boyfriend in Indonesia.
And the car lights don't work on this stupid car.
Andy is half a world away, but Angelina wants him to fix the car's headlights.
When are you coming home?
Meanwhile, back at the garage,
Oh, I don't know what to do. This night driving was a stupid idea. Who drives the night anyway? Dumb drive.
for someone who got a ride, Angelina isn't very thankful.
I'm traumatized once again for life. I didn't even get to have a sit down and relax. Now I'm going to have to go to bed. Oh, so traumatized.
And the fastest way to turn around is a maneuver called a forward handbrake J-turn.
You ready for your challenge?
Yeah.
Angelina will forget how to do this in 3 beats.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
30, 40, 50.
Drivers will get 5 chances at this.
Tell me when it's
Okay.
50.
20, 30, 40, 50.
One.
Pull it! Are you doing it?
Oh, no.
Gotta get around
I don't know why.
Angelina hit her brake pedal and lost steering control.
I forgot everything.
She sure did.
Oh, my God. I let go.
The steering's gone completely out the window.
You know, I think she's just jerking the steering wheel. She's not focusing. She's not looking where she wants to go.
I'm beginning to get paranoid.
This is Angelina's 5th and final chance, and she's relying more on hope than vision.
50. Wow.
Oh, no.
Angelina's world is upside down.
I don't know why this keeps happening to me.
You don't know why this keeps happening to you?
No.
It's got a lot to do with your steering.
In Sudbury, Angelina has a driving certificate.
I went to driving school, too.
Did you really? I didn't.
Yeah, I went to driving school. Why do you guys find that so laughable?
Christine knows that her best friend is out of touch with her car.
Oh, I'm going.
Angelina has never even learned how to put gas in it.
What the
Every Monday, the father of Angelina's boyfriend picks up her wheels and fills the tank for her.
Christine, did I break it?
As part of his day job, our high-performance instructor, Philippe, teaches good drivers how to do some pretty intense maneuvers, like a skidding 180-degree turn while in reverse. Next, he'll teach that technique to Canada's worst drivers.
Angelina learned this maneuver at 30k an hour. But on the challenge course,
Tell me 50, tell me 50.
50.
Angelina can't remember the correct speed.
Is it 50?
50.
Oh my God.
50.
She's consistently too fast, taking her hands off the wheel, closing your eyes. Oh.
Oh. What the? What did I do wrong?
Angelina is a hands-on learner,
That's fast enough. That's fast enough.
but she's a fast forgetter.
Go.
Now. Bingo.
That is a perfect reverse spin.
Oh, thank God.
Angelina needs constant tutoring.
I like to learn things. And you know what? I swear, you know what? Show me and I will see it, tell me and I will hear it, and then follow me and I will understand, and that will be my new motto.
To show us they know where their wheels are, drivers have to stay on this concrete course without letting a single tire touch the sand. By driving along this concrete course. Angelina's next.
I can't even see.
That's why you're supposed to know where your wheels are.
When things go bad for Angelina, she often lets go of the wheel.
Oh!
Scary. Angelina's reversing is also scary.
Ah! Don't tip over, don't tip over.
Come to think of it,
Oh my God, I can't do this. We're going to tip.
everything about Angelina's driving is scary.
You have to go on my side now. What the? Did we touch it? Why did it move like that? Oh, what did we do now? I quit.
Angelina thinks rehab is for quitters.
How did that manage to happen?
We call this challenge shopping cart hockey. Mike is the shopping cart hockey expert, but it's my job to introduce every challenge. So, brace yourself.
Hi, I'm Andrew Younghusband. Driving at high speed in a perfectly straight line never really happens. In order to drive in a straight line, drivers must make constant zigzag adjustments over and over again. To see how well they make these tiny adjustments, the next challenge for Canada's worst drivers is something I like to call shopping cart hockey.
Angelina is first to push the cart.
Here goes. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God!
Angelina accelerates smoothly.
You're 60, you're 60, you're 60.
And she looks headed for success. She shoots. Oh, she misses. After a few more hurried attempts, Angelina starts to lose focus.
some ice cream.
And when Angelina's focus goes, so does her steering.
That one just f***ed up.
Drivers get 10 breakaways on this challenge.
Really gotta center this bad boy.
On Angelina's final attempt, she stick handles well.
Oh my god, this is intense.
But instead of braking to shoot, Angelina passes the cart.
It's like centripetal force.
This challenge isn't rocket science.
I think it's just science. I don't think it can possibly do that.
Good thing we're on Discovery Channel. You heard it here first. Angelina failed this challenge due to
physics. It's not my fault, it's science.
Before anyone pulls 2 trailers, our expert, Peter, will explain how to drive 1 trailer, focusing on the mind-bending task of reversing. Once the trailer begins to jackknife,
How come it's going the same way no matter which way I turn the wheel?
there's only one way to correct it.
You need to go forward a little bit more.
Oh, is that why? Okay.
Yeah.
Yay! High
Hey,
five.
it worked.
For the challenge, we've added a puzzling second trailer. Drivers have to figure out the smartest way to park the truck next to the entrance, the big trailer in the middle, and the small trailer in the farthest corner. Angelina was taught to only drive 1 trailer. But when she gets to the campsite, she tries backing in both trailers.
Like, the trailer is vertical or horizontal.
Going back
Hey, stop, stop, stop!
and forth and back and forth and back.
Whoa! Straight?
Angelina makes no progress. Christine finally realizes what to do.
I think we should just unhook it.
But Angelina won't listen.
Let's see how heavy the trailer is and we'll push it.
We're not pushing the trailer.
Actually, she is pushing the trailer.
Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa!
Angelina gives up.
Stupid trailer. Oh, I didn't turn the car off. Keep forgetting to do that. If I'm Canada's worst driver, I'm moving to live in a treehouse in Brazil and drive a bicycle all day long.
Now it's time for the 5 lousy motorists to tell our experts why they feel like they should be allowed to graduate.
Do you deserve to graduate?
Thought I was doing better, but...
In Sudbury, Angelina has a right to be on the road.
I can legally drive. I got a license. See?
But Christine knows Angelina should never have got the permit that preceded her license.
She actually failed her written test, so the guy thought that she looked like a really nice girl.
No.
So he offered her a chance to answer
he
one
just-
question to get her license.
This was the question. It was what causes the most accidents?
In rehab, Angelina caused the most accidents through her excessive speed. But she still doesn't know what causes the most accidents.
Sorry. It was like, what causes most accidents? A, underinflated tires. B, overinflated tires. C, and I don't remember what I answered. But
You
it was
answered
wrong.
them.
And he's like, so I picked the other one, and he's like, so I picked again. And I was like, that's the only one left. I was like, oh, it's so bad. And I was like, oh, gave me the license.
To teach Canada's worst drivers where their wheels are, we've created the simplest course of the entire year.
The goal is keeping your wheels on the concrete track at all times. Angelina adjusts her rearview mirror. But the rearview will never show Angelina her tires.
Because when you were adjusting your mirror, you were rolling backwards at the same time.
Angelina wants to get a view of her rear wheels,
Ow. I hate windows.
but she can't think clearly.
Whoa, 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 stop moving, you stupid cracked out van.
Instead of making her own decisions,
What would you do to tell me?
Angelina wants Christine to drive from the passenger seat.
I just don't know what to do.
She doesn't know whether to steer left or right. She doesn't seem to even understand it.
I don't want to fall, so which way do I turn the wheel?
Like, I can tell you all I want, but I mean, you have to really understand too, you know?
After a few sad looks,
So hard for me to drive the car from this side of the car, you know what I mean?
Christine gives in and steers for her friend. It's a move that does nothing for Angelina, except encourage her to keep giving up.
I'm not supposed to be driving for you.
I'm so frustrated.
I drove it from the passenger side.
I know, that's so frustrating.
Christine isn't a passenger. She's an enabler.
You did it good.
I just want to lie down. I feel so low.
We've created a course that's entirely uphill. Now, to pass this challenge, Canada's worst drivers just have to show us that they've become well-balanced. Angelina has a problem with stick shifts.
Oh, no!
Angelina's shoes are a problem for Philippe.
It's very hard to get a feel for the clutch. A task like this for her with those shoes it's impossible.
Angelina starts
What was that?
in her usual state of mind.
I'm like completely about to panic.
Give us some gas. Whoa, whoa!
Oh!
I think you're good, I think you're good.
Am I on it?
Just like Philippe predicted,
What the f***? I'm not doing anything.
Angelina's shoes are inhibiting her driving.
I can't even get my foot
You
off
gotta
the
do it
brake.
quick.
See, I can't do it. It's impossible.
Whenever Angelina says something is impossible,
Oh, you're in first, you sucker. Move in first.
she usually gives up.
Maybe not.
What the f***?
She needs to learn to stay calm.
Whoa! Hey, whoa!
I hate this truck. I hate everything with wheels. Fly planes from now on.
Angelina is hopeless.
This is ridiculous. There's no way to do it.
Christine encourages Angelina to quit.
If this is stupid.
I quit.
Angelina has quit half a dozen challenges in rehab.
Stupid car. Ugh. It's impossible. It's literally impossible.
The next challenge for Canada's worst drivers is learning to handle an intimidating four-wheel drive machine.
Angelina is a little more fragile than Mike.
I hit my head.
Taking Angelina to the start line,
Seatbelt isn't tight. Oh my God, that's why.
Mike is way too aggressive, and Mike desecrated our flag. Angelina is trying to stay calm.
Yeah, I'm having really bad anxiety. I'm gonna have a panic attack.
Okay, try and breathe and calm down.
That looks dangerous.
When Christine calms her down,
Just tell me what to do, and I'm gonna do it.
Mike gets tense, and Angelina gets cracking.
I'm really scared to go over this hill, man.
Angelina faces her fears. Then
I'll go up fast.
she creates fear in Mike and Christine.
Ooh.
Oh my God, I'm having a wardrobe malfunction. Oh, watch your head, watch your head. Whoa!
Mike's head stays on, but the number 7 sign doesn't.
Sorry.
Wait, what?
terrifying passengers comes naturally to Angelina.
If you're driving a car and something suddenly appears just a few meters in front of you, do not lock up the brakes, because you will skid directly into that something.
Yeah, and the Swerve and Avoid lesson will be taught by Philippe Letourneau.
Angelina finally has proper driving shoes.
They're comfortable, like I've never experienced.
Since arriving in rehab, Angelina has worn a parade of super high-heeled shoes.
Ow, my foot slipped. Foot slipped right off. Ah, my shoe.
And many of those pumps
Oh, sorry, my foot was slipping off my shoe.
have gotten caught underneath pedals.
Oh, whoa, my foot got stuck under the pedal.
I've begged Angelina to get some thin-soled driving shoes.
I'll go buy them, I promise.
Today, Angelina finally has sneakers that will let her feel the pedals.
And they're black, so they go with everything.
On the challenge course,
1, 2, 3.
will the shoes be a magic solution?
60, 70.
There's the car. Oh! I got it. I hit something.
For her next classic hit,
Do not hit the brakes.
60.
Do not hit the brakes.
Angelina sees the car and is drawn to it.
I think my problem is I'm just focusing on the car. I think because it's bright red and I'm like, oh, my eyes just goes to it. Oh, I gotta stop doing that.
On her next trip,
Ready?
Angelina doesn't look at the car or anything else.
And I close my eyes.
Angelina wants me to understand that she is taking steps in the right direction.
You gotta see my new shoes I got. Are they nice? They're orthopedic.
And what's the difference in terms of your driving?
I'm still bad. Okay, I'm at 70. Come on. I didn't. Oh, sorry, guys.
Angelina doesn't feel her new shoes are helping.
They're real fun to jump and play around with. I was gonna climb trees and like a 4-year-old. I don't find them make any difference. I don't feel the pedal. I never did feel the pedal like I'm supposed to feel the pedal.
Angelina thinks she might be the absolute worst.
Do you deserve to graduate?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't feel that confident. I don't know. Sometimes I'm doubting myself. I'm beginning to think I'm Canada's worst driver.
What's heavy, shiny, and really difficult to live with? Well, it's the nation's most embarrassing driving award. And tonight, it will be handed out to one very deserving person.
Unemployed Angelina is the next candidate.
Wow.
Oh, no.
When we met Angelina in Sudbury, she was always racing to do her makeup, which always needed redoing because
I'm freaking out.
she was always crying.
I've never been down this road in my life.
In rehab, Angelina's panic-induced tears flowed so often, she quit more challenges than she passed.
I quit.
Angelina is Canada's worst driver, according to Christine, her best friend.
For their opening challenge in this final episode, we'll see if Canada's worst drivers have learned to reverse properly.
Angelina's next.
I'm really scared now.
You can do it, Angie!
Can she do it? We'll know soon enough.
Not bad as a start. Ooh, actually, I take that back.
Oh my God, I'm an idiot.
For her next trick, Angelina picks up the woman she knocked down.
If she keeps doing that, she's gonna damage something.
Oh my God. It's mayhem.
Mayhem is more subtle than this.
boof, boof, boof.
Angie.
Dragging bodies as she goes. When the body pops free, it severs the transmission line. Translation? Angelina killed another car.
Sorry.
But it could be to her advantage because the replacement vehicle has peppier steering and is faster.
Do I have one more try?
One more. Shooting for 30 seconds or less, Angelina looks good.
Until she spun herself entirely around.
Angelina might be Canada's worst driver.
But I did good.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Mega Challenge.
Angelina will be the last through our Mega Challenge.
This could be grim.
For Angelina to succeed here, she's going to have to make sure she doesn't panic.
Oh my God, farting. Oh, that was so bad. Oh, why do they make me panic like this?
What was that, 1 second into the challenge?
Don't panic.
Everything is spinning out of control.
Ah! Why did it do that?
Angelina is hitting her emotional wall.
I know I can't.
At the precision reversing section,
Your mirror's busted now?
the car is breaking down.
Angelina! Hop out, that car's toast.
Yeah. Looks like my mom's car used to look.
So your mother runs into things too?
Wow, sometimes.
When the car is fixed, Angelina still needs a tune-up.
Oh!
As the sun sets on another season here at the Driver Rehabilitation Center,
Sorry!
one has to wonder
Sorry!
when the dawn of a new era of Canadian driving will occur.
Sorry!
Oh no, Angelina, no.
It's okay. Just a little fender bender. Just a little fender bender.
We take pride in teaching Canada's worst drivers skills. Sometimes it just doesn't work.
Angelina is looking
I don't know how this is possibly happening to me.
like Canada's worst driver.
Do I look like a disaster? Please just tell me I don't look like a
No,
disaster.
you look great.
Angelina does not look
Holy I'm moving fast.
where she's going.
Oh!
I mean, she really doesn't look where she's going.
Oh, that one was bad. Oh, I didn't even pull the brake. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Angelina probably shouldn't drive.
Should you be driving?
Yeah, I want to drive.
There's only one motoring challenge left to do.
I'm taking this Mustang all the way to downtown Toronto. And when I get there, the final 3 nominees will take me for a ride.
Now, it's Angelina's turn behind the wheel.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh, I'm really scared.
Of what?
I don't know.
When drivers are scared,
So nervous.
Don't cry, don't cry.
I'm scared too.
If we cry, we're gonna stop. Because there's no sense in driving and crying.
But I was crying even when I'm walking.
This drive does not have to happen, but Angelina insists on continuing. Angelina's first instruction is to go
Left onto Yonge Street.
but Angelina can't handle it.
I can't think. I'm having a panic attack.
You having a panic attack? We're gonna stop right away. We can't cry and drive on Yonge Street.
I won't cry. I won't
Stop.
cry.
What do you do when you have a stress attack?
I take a Xanax. I'm prescribed them.
Angelina takes that drug.
Only when I feel anxiety.
Today she's anxious, but she hasn't taken her medication.
I don't wear I'm upset. Are these 4 lanes or 2 lanes? These ones.
These ones are 2.
If you've been prescribed a medication, it's important to use it the way it's been prescribed. So if she's been told that she needs to take this whenever she feels anxious, that's what she needs to do.
And she does. 5 minutes after swallowing the pill,
And I just pull straight up.
Angelina convinces me she's ready to go. But she's not.
I don't want to hit anybody.
Okay, we're gonna pull over again right away. We're gonna pull over again right away. Stop.
Okay, I won't cry, I won't cry. I won't cry, I promise.
Promise schmamas. We pull over.
Should you do this?
Yeah.
How long does it take for the Xanax to kick in?
15 minutes?
15 minutes? Should we just wait?
Maybe.
Yes. Let's wait.
I don't know why I'm so emotional.
You're always this emotional, aren't you?
Yeah.
While we wait, I want Angelina to observe the traffic that she says she wants to be a part of.
Bicycle, cab driver, jaywalker.
I'm really scared I'm gonna hit somebody. That's the most thing I'm scared of, is that I'm gonna hit somebody.
10 minutes after Angelina parked,
Should I go now?
Nope, you should not.
I want to stay parked.
That's scary.
But after another 10 minutes,
Are you able to do this?
Yeah.
Angelina says she's good to go.
Can I go? Can I go? Oh my gosh.
Here we go. So we're on Wellesley, okay? We're looking for one called Queen's Park Crescent.
On Queen's Park Crescent,
I'm scared.
Angelina has me seriously scared.
Oh my, too many people everywhere. Am I going over the speed limit?
You tell me, it says 40 right there, are you? Yes, you are. You're doing 60 and a 40.
Oh my God. I'm so scared.
Is that Xanax kicking in?
Yeah. That's when I'm crying.
Just a few minutes later,
Oh, I suck at this.
Angelina makes an illegal turn. Then she diagonally crosses a crosswalk.
I know this is illegal.
And then the tears flow again.
Okay, you stop. You stop. Let's stop.
The only way Angelina will ever be safe
So scared.
is if she gives up her license.
I don't want to give away my license.
I mean, we can't just let you go home driving like this.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to encourage you to stop driving.
No, why not? Are you gonna make me the worst driver?
I'd like to make Angelina the best pedestrian.
I honestly don't think you should drive.
I'm driving.
And with that, Angelina takes off again.
Sorry.
She's so upset she's impaired now, and I think Andrew knows that.
Are you fit to drive? Are you okay?
There's so much people judging me.
Using my better judgment, I tell Angelina our drive is finished due to excessive crying.
I'll pull over for you.
Good.
I'm so embarrassed. Oh.
That's okay. That's okay. We're going to pull up right here and stop.
Angelina hops the curb, then breaks down.
Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. We're in park, and we're going to stop and get out.
You know, she clearly is somebody that should not be driving. Absolutely.
I'm not quitting driving forever.
What are you going to do to get better?
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm going to do in the next 10 minutes.
Christine has tried to do the right thing by encouraging Angelina to become a better driver, but it hasn't worked.
She doesn't drive badly. She drives terribly.
I know.
She needs somebody who she respects to tell her, you should never drive.
Okay. I'll talk to her. I don't know. I'm gonna go talk to her now.
It saddens Christine, but she agrees to be the voice of reason.
I said, don't be sad.
But when it's time to speak up,
I'm not voluntarily giving up my license.
Christine remains silent.
Well, what do you expect me to do?
Quit
I'm
driving.
driving. I'm not quitting driving. Well, you guys are doing this to make a fool out of me.
Babe.
You're trying to make a fool out of me.
We're trying to save Canadian lives.
I'm going to the bus stop.
She's a menace. She's an absolute menace. She's a hazard to herself and everybody around her on the road.
She should definitely give up driving for now.
I'm not driving.
Angelina might be Canada's worst driver.
All this is overwhelming. That's why I seem to be an idiot. But I can drive.
Angelina is afraid of her own shadow.
How are you today?
Nervous.
But she's not afraid of killing someone.
I'm not giving my license up. It was given to me by the Ministry of Transportation. I passed 2 tests. They seemed to deem me fit for the road.
Angelina isn't fit for the road.
Do you think I want to look like an idiot? Do you think I don't want to drive? No, I want to be good. I want to drive.
When we met Angelina,
Am I even on the right side of the road?
it seemed like the only time she wasn't crying was when she was putting on makeup or panicking.
Oh, God! I am panicking.
In rehab, Angelina failed or quit 22 out of 23 challenges. Our lowest success rate ever, all because of panic.
Oh, panic attack, man. So unhappy. I'm so embarrassed. Fine, do you want me to say I won't drive?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't drive. It'll make you feel better?
If I believed that it would.
I'm not gonna drive. Like, what, I'm gonna go home and just throw in my license? And what, take a bus for the rest of my life?
Cam, should she be driving?
Angelina, you should not be driving.
Well, I'm gonna drive.
Should she be driving?
No.
Not until the anxiety comes under control.
Oh my, so upset. I can't even think.
People who can't think shouldn't drive.
I feel like I'm gonna faint. I'm so upset. I just want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore.
Do you want to take this drastic step?
You're not cutting my license up.
And then there were 2. But there can be only one worst. Canada's worst driver is Angelina.
Canada's worst driver will go to the airport in a taxi, and her hunk-of-junk vehicle will get dragged home by a tow truck.
Before I let you get in the cab, I have to give you this trophy. You are the 5th recipient of the Canada's Worst Driver trophy.
Thanks.
You are Canada's worst driver.
I'll keep that in mind.
So come with me.
I'm not, you can't tell me.
Okay? You don't
No,
look
do I look okay?
No.
I'm getting in a taxi with a giant piece of junk headed to an airport. Get in the car. Ugh. This sucks.
Angelina Marcantonini, Canada's worst driver.
I may be Canada's worst driver, but I'm a nice person. And that's the big thing I don't think anybody's been seeing here. And it's really pissing me off.